Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be looking at information from a TikTok influencer called Haley Comet, where she talks about who was actually in the car on the way to the Airbnb and provides us with information that she got from Brad and Lucy.
One thing I want to tell you, which during the time when Jay was missing and I started to have some conversations with Lucy, which was 2 days after Jay went missing, and she contacted me first originally to say, can you take down a video where you've called me a liar? And I said no. Then she asked me, like, why do you think I'm a liar? I said, I will give you a list of why I think you're lying. And I said, because the snap map thing you've given us is actually a screenshot. You've said that you phoned Jay last, but actually it was an outgoing call. Just loads of little things. I gave her loads of list of why I thought she was lying. I said, you instantly went on to a Facebook group to ask for help to go up into the mountains. You then said an American woman drove you around, like all these different things. So I gave her a list of everything I thought she was lying about. Lucy replied to me in a message that wasn't meant for me. So I think she was messaging more than one person at once. She sent me a message, which instantly I was like, what? And then she said, no, that was a message that's just like I've typed it out and it's changed. That's not what it's supposed to say. And I was like, all right, was that meant for me? She was like, yeah, but it's the predictive text has changed it. So I just kind of ignored it. I'll tell you what the message said in a minute. And then when I spoke to someone on the inside of the case, they said, oh, did you know this information? And instantly I went back to that message and thought, oh, that message that she sent me about her mother was actually correct, and it just didn't meant to come to me. So Lucy's mum arrived in Tenerife before Jay Slater's mum. Lucy had phoned her mother before Jay's mum even knew Jay was missing, and arrived in Tenerife in order to protect her daughter. It was Lucy's mother that took Lucy to the police station for her first interview, in where Lucy told the police, I fucked up this time, and was heard saying to her mum, I fucked up this time. It was Lucy's mum that refused to let her be interviewed with her face on camera. Her mum said, yes, you can interview her, but not her face. And that is why Lucy all of a sudden went from being the spokesperson to Jay to no longer wanted to show her face because her mum was there to protect her. And Lucy's mum pretty much did the right thing by mother standards and took her daughter away from Tenerife quite quickly. So when we were all like, oh my God, Lucy's like left Jay, like she's gone on clubbing again, Lucy was removed from the area by her mum, which they then went to, I think it was Gran Canaria, before they came back home to the UK. So that is, and the message that she sent me was obviously to one of her friends saying, I know, but my mum's not happy about me doing any of the media. She wants me to come home with her now. And I thought, what, come home with her now? But your mum's not there.
So the first thing that Haley talks about is that Lucy's mom was in Tenerife before anyone. She claims that when Lucy was speaking to her, Lucy accidentally sent her a message which contained vital information. Now, Lucy tried to say that predictive text changed her message, and she didn't mean to say what she did. Sounds like Lucy made a bad mistake here, and actually sent a message that was meant for her friend. This sort of thing does happen when you're trying to keep up with lies. The truth always comes out some way or another. Apparently, Lucy's mum came to Tenerife to protect her daughter, and apparently, it was Lucy's mum who told her to do the interview with her back to the camera. First of all, surely she would need protecting from something, right? So that's a big red flag, which means this definitely wasn't an accident. Also, it kind of explains why Lucy would do an interview with her back to the camera. You've got to think, she's only 18, and normally, when something happens like this, and you're that young, your parents are the first people you would speak to, especially before doing an interview for the news. Haley says that Lucy's mom took her away from Tenerife as quick as possible. Is this why we didn't see Lucy in any of Warren's videos? Why would Lucy's mom take her away from Tenerife as quick as possible? This means that whatever Lucy has said in her interviews was probably spoke about with her mom beforehand and planned. The most important thing is that Lucy allegedly said she has messed up this time. What does this mean? Has she been in a situation like this before? and being heard saying that she had messed up shows clear signs that she allegedly had something to do with what happened to Jay.
And I want to say that the person who confirmed that with me, I will not give you their name because it's someone who's worked with me the whole way through this case, who's on the inside of this case, and if it come out, then I will lose access to information. They also may have some problems. So, like I said earlier on in my video, you can either believe that or you can choose to not believe it. But let me tell you what, if I put that out and it's wrong, then they can sue me. And I will say to Lucy and her mother that you absolutely are welcome to take me to a court of law in which I will expose who gave them that information and the full messages. I'm happy to do that. So, Ayub had an hour and 35-minute phone conversation with somebody that he had met online, and that was recorded, and I was played the whole conversation. I can't put out that recording, although I've re-listened to it a minute ago to get my information again. I can't put that out because it would put a male in a lot of danger, so I can't do that. I'm just going to go through everything I want to say because I'm nervous and I want to get it all out. And anyone who's missed anything, the Observer UK is in here and she will have it on her YouTube channel either late tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, because I'm not going to repeat myself because otherwise everything falls apart. So I have actually spoke to this male and described the night that Jay had gone missing. And he spoke about how they were all in a car. Lucy, Brad, Jay and Brandon. I.e. there wasn't room in that car for Rocky as well, which is why Rocky has always been asleep the whole time, because I don't think he was in that car. At one point while they were driving back through the tunnel, Brad, who got an eerie feeling, decided to get out of the car and asked to go toilet in the tunnel. He could not go toilet in the tunnel because he had taken so much ketamine. So Lucy is shouting, and this is Ayub's word, Lucy's shouting him to get back in the car. Brandon's telling him we're going to drive off without him. He's not getting back in the car. And he said, so we've left him. Okay? Then I hear from someone who is Brad's friend who says the exact same story, but he tells me that Brad had a funny feeling that something was going to happen that night, so refused to get back in the car. He pretended he couldn't pee, and then he ran back to Los Cristianos. So there's Ayub saying, yeah, no, that did happen. Brad did get out of the car. Like, he was just couldn't wait, and we weren't waiting. And I thought, why wouldn't you wait for him? Why wouldn't you wait for him? If he was just struggling to pee, unless you were on your way to do something or you'd already started doing something to Jay in the car, why do you need to race off? And Brad's just like, nah, I felt everything was weird in that car. I ain't getting back in it. So we then hear that Jay goes up to the Mask Mountain. That's always struck me as odd, right? Because I had come to Tenerife very quickly with apparently Rocky. What I have never mentioned is it wasn't just Rocky. There was 3 of them that arrived at the airport that day. It was Rocky, it was Ayub, and it was LK, also known as Stabber. It's his nickname. And they were all in the car at the airport. So where did that guy go? Unless 2 of them were up at the Airbnb waiting and Ayub went to pick up his friends, Lucy, Brandon. So everything I'm telling you, the family do know, yes. So then we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened once we got to the Airbnb.
The next thing that Haley says is that Ayub had an hour and 35-minute phone call with someone that he had apparently met online. This conversation was allegedly recorded and is key and would probably hold important details to do with the Jay Slater case. Haley said she can't put the phone recording out, or a male would be in danger. Can we assume that this person that Ayub supposedly met online was actually just one of his friends who have recorded this phone call? That would make the most sense, because why would Ayub have a phone call with someone about Jay Slater when he just met them online and doesn't even know them properly? It wouldn't be someone who is involved, because why would they have a long phone call that can probably be traced, and why would the person involved even choose to record it? This alleged phone call actually tells us who exactly was in the car with Ayub. Haley said it was Brad, Lucy, Jay, and Brandon. No wonder Brandon hasn't spoke out about Jay. She also points out that there wasn't actually room for Rocky in the car, which means Rocky was used by Ayub as a potential alibi. This also explains why he has no idea about anything, doesn't talk about it much, and was allegedly asleep. This is where things get interesting. Apparently, on their journey to the Airbnb, Brad had said that he needed to get out and pee but couldn't and wouldn't get back in the car, so they just left him. But what Haley says is that Brad was just pretending because he had a weird feeling that something was going to happen, so he proceeded to leave the car and refused to get back in, and then they just drove off. It's said that after they left him, Brad went back to the hotel and didn't actually go to the Airbnb, so it was just Lucy, Brandon, Jay, and Ayub who went. Haley mentions that Ayub came to Tenerife with not just Rocky, but with LK as well, which is true. There was a video of all three of them at the airport. But what she claims is that two of them who weren't in the car, which is Rocky and LK, were possibly waiting at the Airbnb, while Ayub picked them up. This is sounding like something was planned, and there is no official reason why this happened. Did Jay do something to Ayub and his friends while in Tenerife? Why did Brad have a weird feeling? Surely something would have had to happen for him to feel like that. Or maybe they were involved in something over in Tenerife that they shouldn't have been involved in. I will do a part 2, because Haley did say some more information that I think you guys will want to hear, so that will be coming either tomorrow or the next day. But if this information is correct, then we are getting close to the truth. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will update you as we find out more.